I'm always on the lookout for new MMOs. Not only is it my job to cover games within the genre, but I also happen to love the genre with a passion, having grown up with MMOs. So it was to my surprise that not only had I never heard of this, but it hasn't been covered by literally any MMO news website or channel anywhere. See, the other day, my wife was in the shower when she just suddenly turned to me and said, "Have you ever heard of Profane?" To which I responded with, "What, is that like some kind of new drug or something?" She told me that it was in fact an MMORPG that she saw mentioned when she was online earlier and asked if I had ever covered it, or heck even heard of it. I looked at her confused and I said no, I had never heard of it actually. This resulted in me going online. I went and tried browsing around for any kind of information pertaining to the game and came up rather empty-handed. Therefore, I felt like it was my responsibility, I guess, to bring this upcoming MMORPG to everyone's attention. Profane is a self-titled true MMORPG. It offers players a large, dynamic, medieval open world with elements of RPG fantasy where enemies adapt to both the world and all actions made within it. The game offers full open world PvP and a full loot system. On their website, they go on to ask the question, have you ever tried an MMORPG with open PvP and full loot? If you haven't, take the opportunity to get to know it by playing Profane. Did someone attack you all of a sudden and steal all your items? Then go get them back. Since the game has a full loot system, that means that whenever you die, via either just like a normal monster killing you or another player killing you, you drop every single item in your inventory at the time. This, of course, allows other players to go and loot anything and everything that you have acquired up to this point. Therefore, you are going to be required to, I guess, actively be more aware of not only your surroundings, but also who and what is around you. Not only is there open world PvP, but there are territories to conquer. Territories offer various advantages and can be taken over by other factions as well, meaning that alliances are of the utmost importance. Players will supposedly be able to take on any role and set any goal that they want. If you want to spend all your day hunting other players, killing and looting their corpses, you can. You can become a pirate in search of treasure, a merchant, you can settle down and build and decorate your own home, and there are quite a few options. But this seems to be becoming more of the norm these days, I guess. One thing I did find noteworthy was that they mentioned that you can essentially become a lawful defender of justice, meaning that you can attempt to maintain the law of the land. This ability to defend the law, coupled with the murdersome pirates, reminds me quite a bit of Arcade. As I mentioned, the world is completely dynamic. Neither the cities nor the villages you come across or build are fixed. Instead, every settlement in-game can both be destroyed or evolved. Every action players take has a drastic effect on the overall state of the world. The world itself is filled with dangerous world bosses, artifacts for players to seek out and obtain to harness unique powers, other players, other factions, and more. Since the world is fixed, the monsters you encounter, the world bosses you fight, the factions that wage war against you, everything changes periodically. This creates I guess more of like a living, breathing world that hopefully won't ever grow too redundant. Profane is an MMORPG that is attempting to provide a completely open MMO experience without being limited by loading screens or barriers or ordinary missions. The game boasts a complete sandbox world to just do whatever you want, however you want. Whether that's a good thing or not remains to be seen though, as I have always personally enjoyed having some kind of purpose behind my actions other than like, oh hey, look at that, that looks awesome, I wonder what that does. But honestly, I am kind of excited. Profane is a Brazilian MMORPG. I can safely say that in all of my years of playing MMOs, I have never played an MMO or heck even a game out of Brazil before. The idea behind this game will definitely not appeal to everyone. I'm well aware that the average player isn't all that interested in full loot PvP MMOs, as there will never be a full sense of progression if you lose everything you work towards. But I know that there's definitely a market for this nonetheless. Whether Profane is capable of tapping into that market remains to be seen, but the game definitely does look promising. But that's just my opinion, my first impression of the game. What do you guys think? Are you looking forward to it? Does it look exciting? Will you try it out, or do you even want to? Let me know in the comments below and let's talk about it. Anyway guys, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.
Oh hey, get your groove on, make it sway. Do your thing, boy, it's okay. I think we'll games.